Hi guys, it's me. I'm not going to be singing for you this time. I'm actually here to talk about something that I've really been feel like I've been called to talk to you guys about. It's been weighing on my mind for a couple days now, and I feel like I need to get it out, I guess. Um, I get on iFunny, which, if you don't know what that is, it's an app that has, people upload funny pictures and you can look at them and other people can see yours and they comment and like them and people from all around the world can see them. And I was on there the other night and I was upstairs in my room and I kept seeing pictures. I mean, I've seen a couple, but it was really bad that night, or I shouldn't say really bad, but there were a lot of them that night. And it was pictures of girls, and they had taken them of themselves, obviously, and put them up there. And the caption was, "Rate me." It was like, am I skinny? Am I fat? Am I ugly? Am I pretty? And I was laying there and I found myself thinking, why as girls especially, I don't know how guys are, I'm not a guy, I don't know how they feel about themselves, but I found myself saying, why as girls do we constantly search for the affection, the comments, the love from others? We constantly look for those compliments that, oh, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're whatever. And I wondered why we did that. And I feel like it's something that I was called to talk about because it's an issue even myself. I want you guys to understand as you watch this, I'm doing this for myself as well. And because I struggle with this, I always have. Ever since I was little, I've struggled with this. So I don't want you to think that it's just because. I mean, I honestly struggle with this a lot. And actually, I'm going to start by telling you guys about myself. I'm 17. I'm about to turn 18 in a month, and I graduated this past year. All through high school wasn't quite as bad. The past 2 years, my junior and senior year, I was okay. I got better. But really through junior high, I struggled with seeing and knowing who I was and being okay with the body I've been given. I've never been skinny per se. I've never been really big. I'm in the middle, but I often considered myself fat. And when I was in seventh grade, I struggled. I actually struggled with a little bit of anorexia. I'm not going to build it up to make it into something big. I wasn't, I didn't get down to 90 pounds, and I didn't need counseling to fix it. I didn't have to go anywhere. But it was anorexia nonetheless, and I ended up losing 60 pounds. And, I constantly struggled with liking who I was. Like I said, I wasn't skinny, I wasn't fat, but I saw myself as fat and I saw myself as ugly. As I've gotten older, I've grown into myself and I've become a young woman. But I honestly, when I was younger, thought I was never going to get love. I was never going to find a boyfriend. I was never going to find someone who wanted me because I looked the way I did. And so I want you guys to think about, just as I'm talking, just kind of think about how you feel about yourself, where you stand, and why you feel that way. And I want you guys to know we are all beautifully and wonderfully made. And I understand some of you watching this might not believe in God. If you don't, I apologize. But this is going to be a little bit of a God talk because we are made in His image. And I know a lot of people say, well, why, if He's so beautiful, if He's supposed to be so loving, why did He make me like He did? Why do I look like this? And I can't answer that. I wish I could, because I have asked myself that question many a time. But He loves us, and that's what we have to understand. We are, no matter what you look like, we are all loved by somebody. God loves all of us, but not just him. You would be so surprised at the people that love you, the people that think you're beautiful. And, it's a hard thing to talk about. And especially, I'm trying to not get upset because, like I said, I struggle with this and I know how it feels. And it's very difficult for us to feel beautiful because of what we're compared to. Women in the world today, girls, were compared to these stick supermodels. Even my own boyfriend, who I know loves me no matter what I look like. But even my own boyfriend, has these crushes on these supermodels, these beautiful women. And it's hard for us as, seeing that, knowing, well, that is what's attractive to boys. And we think we need to look like that in order to be attractive, which isn't true. Because I don't know about any of you girls, but I wouldn't want to be a super, I wouldn't want to be supermodel skinny just because I'd be afraid to break something. But still, we are all, whether you're skinny or bigger or no matter what you are, we're all beautiful and we're all loved by someone. And, especially we give little girls, my little sister, she plays with the Barbies and all this stuff. And my sister's stick skinny anyway. She's 11 and probably weighs, I don't know, 75 pounds. But, we give these Barbies, we give away these dolls that look like that's what you're supposed to look like. We give little girls this image of be like this, be like Barbie. My friend did a speech in my mom's speech class and said that if Barbie was a real person, she wouldn't even be able to support herself, which I could easily see. And that's the image we give people. That's the image of beauty that we're supposed to go after. And I want to read you guys a verse that I have from the Bible, obviously. It's 1 Peter 3:3. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, but such as elaborate hairstyles and wearing of gold jewelry and fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfaded beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is great worth in God's eyes. And I love that because that tells us, we don't need fancy clothes. We don't need gold jewelry. We don't need to get our hair done. We don't need to, here I am, my nails done. We don't need our nails done. We don't need any of that because we are beautiful on the inside. And that's what one thing I want everyone to understand as you watch this. I want you to know our inner self is beautiful and amazing, and there is no other you. That's what people need to understand, is there might be other girls with brown hair. There might be other girls with blonde hair. There might be other girls that are shaped like you or look like you, but there's no you. I am the only Olivia like me on this planet. And that's what I love hearing. I love hearing that you are an individual and you are yourself and there's never going to be another you. That's why, comparing yourself to others is so pointless because, you're you and you're beautiful, and knowing that is comforting to me. We can spend all the time in the world looking at our friends. I remember during prom season, I had Facebook friends that were putting pictures up of their dresses, and I was sitting here going, oh my God, she looks gorgeous. But then when I put my own dress on, I couldn't feel gorgeous because I was comparing myself to others still. Even when I was in my own dress, in my own skin, in my own place, but I couldn't love what I looked like because I was so busy comparing myself to those other girls. And that's one of the things we need to learn to not do. We can't keep comparing ourselves to other girls because then you can't truly be happy with who you are. And I know I'm just talking out my butt here because, it's easier said than done. You can say, oh, I'm not going to compare myself to anybody anymore. But once you see that person, especially, you know, girls, we all know there has to be at least one person that you just look at and every single time and you say, God, she's gorgeous. I wish I could look like her. At least I know there is for me. And that's a difficult thing. That's really difficult for us to struggle with. But we need to learn that there's more to it than that, and that we are all wonderful and beautifully made. And I want to read you guys that as well. It's Psalm 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know full well. And that's what I want everyone to get out of this. If you get anything out of this, I want you to know that you are beautiful in God's eyes. You are made in his image, what he wanted you to look like. And he doesn't make junk. God doesn't make junk. And I want you guys to understand that we are all beautiful and wonderful. Whether you believe it or not, God doesn't make junk. Thanks.